Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Dinner and Digital Marketing. If you're brand new in on Dinner and Digital Marketing, everything's a little bit different with how we do Dinner and Digital Marketing as to a lot of broadcasts. We actually run, as you had a little sneak peek there, we run a multi-camera setup here. We use StreamYard in order to do that. So it allows me to talk digital marketing here in this camera, and also then we have a second camera, which you can actually see in the background over here, all set up using iOgrapher, newer stand over there, and I'm wearing a wireless mic that allows me to walk around the kitchen from Rode, and the whole thing is brought to you through StreamYard. So it's a great opportunity for you to see how this platform allows you to create your own professional broadcast streams and to also use multi-camera. Nothing super complicated. It's literally 2 mobile phones ready to go so that I can talk digital marketing here and you can see me preparing dinner over here. Now, anyone who follows me on Instagram will have seen already that it's a little bit of a Blue Peter dinner tonight. We've got some stuff pre-prepared, some stuff ready to go, and we're all set up and ready to go for another Dinner and Digital Marketing. Now, as you come in, as you join the broadcast, there's a couple of things we always ask you to do every time you come in. Now, let us know whether you're live or on the replay and whether you're where you're tuning in from tonight, so that we know who we're connecting with, who's in on the broadcast, and I can connect with you in the community as well. So always good to have a variety of different people from all over the world tuning in and checking out Dinner and Digital Marketing. I had some amazing feedback from people who have tuned in previously. We've even had some people reach out to find out more about how they can integrate with the show that we're doing. So some exciting conversations happening there. Now, tonight, like I said, is a very much Blue Peter dinner. So I've already got some stuff on the go. You can see here, I'm going to flick over just to the camera with the food so that you guys can see what's happening here. So we've got some corn on the cob ready to go there in the pan, all pre-cut, ready to go. These were bought whole and cut down. And we've got some carrots in here, which we're going to do honey roast carrots, nice small pieces so they cook nice and quickly, because remember, we're always conscious of your time. There's some garlic mushrooms that we prepared the other day that we're going to foil and reheat in the oven. There is actually some sagaloo in the oven as well already. So like I said, it's a bit of a hodgepodge dinner today, bringing you something a little bit different. We're going to take some red peppers. We're just going to quickly char those off in a pan and finish them in the oven. So a little bit of roasted peppers. And then we're going to throw just a few green beans in there as well, just for good measure. These are literally from the garden or allotment of our very generous neighbor here in the village. Amazing to be living in a village where people are still staying connected, still having conversations over the fence and staying connected with one another throughout this time. Now, it's really, really important for us that throughout all of this time, you start to engage, you start to follow along. And this is not just about us having a conversation with you. It's about you helping other people as well. We want you to connect with your community, because tonight is all about the power of community. I know it's a topic that my mum's going to enjoy. She's tuning in down there, the Go Live Granny. If you haven't met my mum before, Lynn Blackledge, look her up on Facebook. The hashtag is Go Live Granny, or you can go to facebook.com/Go Live Granny and check out what she does. She goes live at 10 o'clock in the evening, most evenings, and it's just something nice. It's something community focused. It's something away from the mundane, dreary news that's available to you otherwise. So I'm going to quickly just start off by popping the mushrooms. I'm going to foil the mushrooms, get those into the oven just to get everything started off nice and quickly today. Like I say, quite a few bits pre-prepared and ready to go. Sagaloo already in the oven. So let's pop that in. Push that back, turn the oven up a little bit. Ready to go. So don't forget, as you come in, let me know if you're live or on the replay, where you're tuning in from. And also let me know, how is your week going? We're obviously coming into the last part of the week now, coming to the later part. So let me know how your week has been shaping up. Excited to hear if there's any projects you've been specifically working on. Please do tell us about them down in the comments. We always like to celebrate the things that other people are up to as well. So I've quickly already boiled the kettle. We're just going to quickly put some hot water in here. The sagaloo's actually been in for a little while now, so we're going to try and keep this a fairly brief broadcast this evening. Save a little bit of that water for the carrots as well. And then we're going to use a steamer on that side. So we're going to do the carrots, but we're also going to do the beans above that as well. So we're going to use a steamer element there. Turn that on and turn that on. Just check it. I'm just checking you can see that front ring there. So we're going to quickly put those green beans in there really quickly from our very generous neighbour. Put a lid on that just so that the hot water steams the greens as well in there. Let's just get those in. Let's get that turned up so that gets nice and hot. And then I'm going to quickly just cut these into, again, you don't have to overcomplicate it when you're cooking. I'm just going to quickly cut these peppers super fast in here. Let's just quickly take all of that off there. Get those, avoid all the seeds, cut all around them. So we're keeping nice big rough cut chunks there because we're going to quickly just blister them in the pan and then pop them in the oven just to finish off. Just a little bit of olive oil to blister those in the pan and then finish them in the oven as well. Hey Ed, good to see you coming in. I see Mum's coming in from the Isle of Wight. Hope she had a great one in a community garden. Ed coming in from Orlando, Florida. Great to see you in on the broadcast this evening. Don't forget, feel free to share these broadcasts with anyone that you know, anyone in your community that you think might enjoy maybe just a bit of cooking or learning something to do with digital marketing. Now, one of the reasons that tonight I wanted to talk to you about the power in community. Firstly, my mum does an amazing job of this. She's literally sat in what she's named her Go Live Granny community garden. So she's, over the period of lockdown, been building a brand new garden area for the community to enjoy, obviously nicely, socially distanced, keeping safe, but a space where people can go whilst they haven't got as much to do as they did before, that they can enjoy, the people in the neighborhood can enjoy as they pass, and know that people are trying to put effort in and trying to keep the community spirits up. So Mum is best known as the Go Live Granny online because she, despite hurtling towards her 70th birthday, which is in September, she's very proactive on the live streams. Like I said, she does 10 o'clock broadcasts most nights, so she's very active. If you think me doing breakfast and business 6 days a week and dinner and digital marketing twice a week was a lot, my mum is doing those 10 o'clock broadcasts. And then there's some days when there's events on and coronavirus isn't a thing, where she's doing whistle stop tours of different areas and showcasing local businesses and charity events and carnivals and all sorts. So she's built a whole community around what she's been doing there, and that community obviously have then in turn helped her out with various bits and pieces. So there's a real sense of belonging that happens when you look at community. Everybody wonders what community looks like when we start to talk about your digital community, your online community. And this is something that I know that Sally Ann Bentham is going through at the moment. She's literally today opened the doors on her very own digital community. So she's running a Facebook group that is designed to help women who are looking to grow their business, to alchemize their business into being so good that they can't be ignored. So be so good they can't ignore you is the whole concept behind what she's doing. She wants to create a safe space for those business owners, those business women, to look at how they can grow their business, how they can do things differently, digital marketing, working on themselves, working on their story, their branding, and really helping them to create something very special. She's literally in 30 days got the website up, the social media platforms up, which is social platforms, and the group that she's going to be in. And she's been looking at how she's then going to serve those people in that community as well. So how's she going to show up to help the people who are going to join that group? So if you're interested, if you're a woman and you're in business and you're interested in getting an invite to that group, please do mention it below. Say add me down below. If you're a female, if you're a woman in business, you want to join that, please do go down in the comments and just put add me Sally down there, because I'm sure she will at some point get to the broadcast and have a look. Sometimes she's live, sometimes she comes back to watch them later, but please do drop it in there if you are interested in joining that community. It's not a place where she's going to try and upsell it or anything like that. Very similar nature and ilk to what we do with our digital training environment that we've got, our social media training for business group, which is completely free, never going to upsell anything in there. It's just a safe space to come and to talk about everything that's going on in the digital marketing and social media space. So Sally, please do feel free to drop your group link down in the comments. I've just been talking about community and the fact that you're just nurturing your very first own digital community for your business, and that it's targeted at women. So feel free to drop your a little bit about the group and the link down there if you want, Sally, so that any women interested in being so good they can't be ignored can join you on that journey. So Sally has spent 30 days working on her own business, her own brand, her website, her social presence, ready to go and to take other people on the journey. Remember, in a community, it's about supporting one another and showing up. And sometimes it's not necessarily that you have to know everything. You just have to be taking positive steps in the right direction so that you can help other people. If you're moving in the right direction, take some people with you. In the same way, if you're on these broadcasts and you enjoy the stuff we share, hit the share button, tag a friend below, let somebody else enjoy it as well. Remember that sharing is caring, and we're all about that. With a community focus, we want to help you grow your own community. Now, the power in community is from a human, a basic human need, wanting to belong. I talk about building trust, equity, building ecosystems, because people want to feel valued. They want to feel like they belong to something. And communities are one of the things that you can do to nurture those relationships and to build that trust, is to have your very own community. Just like my mum has the Go Live Granny community, just like Sally is building out her, it's called The Circle. So if you want to find it, it's facebook.com/groups/alchemize me the circle. And you can find it there. You can go straight to that. It's for women. It's targeted for women who are in business, who want to level up their business, and it will focus on lots of different aspects and elements over the next 90 days. And it's all easy, all actionable stuff, working on yourself, working on your brand, working on your business. But community works because people feel like they belong. That basic human desire and need to belong, to be part of something, to feel valued and appreciated. When you're in a community, it becomes super, super easy to get that feeling and to really start to connect with one another and to help one another when you feel like you're a part of something. So much more can be achieved when people understand that side of things. So just really quickly popping a little bit of spinach in there. So I've just been quickly frying off those peppers. I'm going to pop that straight in the oven just to cook off. I'm going to wilt the spinach in there. Those green beans are probably coming up to being fairly close to done. Yep, those are done. Means the carrots underneath are probably also pretty close to done. Like I said, tonight is a super quick broadcast. Yep, those are ready to come off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to pop these two things together nice and quick. I'm going to quickly drain that one off. Bring that back over. What we're going to do is we're just going to pop that into the oven super quickly. So just the carrots and the green beans there, and I'm going to quickly just a little drizzle of honey over the top of that, ready to go. Good evening, Ian. I see Mr. Hollingsworth is in the house. Good to see you, Ian. Nice to see you back. A very regular visitor to Dinner and Digital Marketing, one of the community for sure. Great to have you in on the broadcast, Ian. Nice to see you here. Let's quick drizzle of honey over the top of those, just so that when they go in the oven, that will nicely caramelize over the top. Just a little bit, last bit of honey out of the jar. So I just got the carrots and the green beans there, going to do that. Tiny little bit of black pepper. I know that if there's too many grinds, I'm going to get a shout from the other room. So just a couple of quick grinds on that. Mix that through. Just quickly pop that into there. Just give that a chance to cook through. I'm going to turn that off and just let that carry on, just finishing cooking that corn there, so that that'll be nice and ready to go. Corn on the cob as well. So we've got peppers, we've got sagaloo, we've got mushrooms, we've got some peppers and spinach in there. Just a nice, like I said, a bit of a Blue Peter dinner coming on tonight. So Ian, just come in time for the end. I'm actually going to do a really quick bit. So obviously you kind of missed a lot of the food stuff, but that doesn't matter. I'm about to do a bit of the digital marketing stuff. I just wanted to get all that in because it was lots of bits and pieces. And then I'm going to quickly just recap about today's topic, which was all around community and the power in community. If you don't have your own community, there are lots of communities you can join and be a part of, whether that's on Facebook or industry specific websites. There's so many platforms that you can connect to. Twitter provides a whole wealth of conversation around certain topics. And communities don't stop at things like groups and specific websites. You can actually look to conversations that happen, for example, around hashtags. So a hashtag curates a conversation and brings everything together, and that in itself creates a community, people with like-minded interests. So joining those conversations on Twitter through hashtags, super important. If anyone knows any women, if you're not a woman or you're not a woman in business, but you know some people who are, please do grab the link that Sally shared there. Please do tell them about it. Let's be a really supportive community, and let's help Sally to grow the community that she's putting together there as well. Good to see you in, Richard. Nice to see you in on the broadcast as well. Amazing. Ian can do the washing up as he was late. I saw Sally was calling people out and asking for late notes the other day. So make sure, remember, it is 8 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout August for dinner and digital marketing, and 8 a.m. Monday through Saturday for breakfast and business. We've actually got some interesting, exciting news coming that's just being finalized at the moment for breakfast and business. As soon as I can say anything, I'll let you know all about that as well. But in the digital marketing space, focus on providing massive value. I talk about this all the time, building the community and being solutions-based, like solutions-based products and services in your ecosystem. Your ecosystem creates your community, and you get to build the relationship, build the trust, and ultimately do more business with the people inside your community. Sounds like Ian's getting let off because he brought dessert. What are we having, Ian? What's dessert tonight? Let us know. Richard Fay said that he left Twitter, hates it too much abuse on Twitter. They need to crack down on it, need to remove abuse. So the nature of human rights is that people want the freedom of speech, but they also want to have platforms controlling things. So it's actually a bit of this double-edged sword. If you want freedom of speech, then you have to allow other people to have freedom of speech as well, whether you agree with it or not. Unfortunately, that is a problem for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like how people treat other people online, and all we can do is we can set ourselves up to be the shining example of how business is done well online, how to show up online, be a nice person, and encourage other people to do the same. So really important. I'm guessing Mum's strawberry answer down there is to do with the what's for dessert. Ian, what's dessert that you're bringing in for the broadcast today? Community, power in community. There really is a massive power in when people come together. I know that the way Sally's been talking about her group and the magic that will be created when lots of women come together to work on things as a collective, that's going to create some amazing results for everybody who's involved. And I'm really excited to see what happens in that group and to support it in any way I can. I'm going to give it some shares. I'm going to do some invites to it. I'm going to tell people about it. You can do exactly the same thing. Same thing goes for my mum's community. She does that out of the goodness of her heart. She's not earning from it. She's not building a financial benefit from it. She is literally doing it to help local businesses, to help good causes, and just to bring some positivity onto social media and to use social for social good. So if you want to encourage and support them, please do hit the share, invite some people across to things. It's a really good way. It takes so little time and effort, but it is absolutely important that you do show up and help other people, right? If you're going to showcase and talk about community, being good, being nice, and helping people online, show up and help those people. Hitting a share button, doing an invite literally takes seconds, but it can have a massive impact on those people who you're helping. Some of the communities you go into, be respectful of the rules of the the effort and the time that they've put into creating those communities. Don't go in and try to sell, don't go in and spam it, but try and go in and add value, try and help as many people as possible. The same as we're telling you to do for your business in all of your digital marketing. Try to focus in on giving so much more than you ever want to take out. You're going to build so much trust equity. It is unbelievable. You can go into lots of different communities, add a massive amount of value, and it doesn't take a lot of time. If you spent 20 minutes a day jumping into 3 or 4 Facebook groups, so let's say there's 10 groups that are relevant to your industry, you might spend 20 minutes on day 1 going groups 1 to 3, then day 2 you might go and spend 20 minutes groups 2 to 4. You see what I'm doing is I'm making sure that we show up in all the groups and trying to keep an overlap so that you show up a few times to be noticed and to be recognized. As long as you're going in, adding value, you're not trying to take from the group and you're trying to give. Don't ever try to guise sending someone to your stuff as being helpful. Always go in and add value natively in the group. Obviously, if there's a time and a place and an opportunity to do it and it's okay within the rules, for sure, share resources with people, but try to help people where they are in that space. That community has taken a lot of time, effort, and energy for someone to build. Don't go in and take advantage of it. Obviously, there is benefit to being in those communities, and the ones that you feel like you don't get much out of, leave them. If the community is not good for you, don't stay there just for the sake of staying there. If someone invites you to a community and you don't think it's a good fit, just drop them a polite message saying, I'd love to support you any way I can. I just don't think that group is a good use of my time at the moment. And most people will be understanding and fairly forgiving of that. So don't feel like you ever need to go and join communities because they're there. Good evening, Guy. No potatoes this evening, Guy. Very disappointed. Tonight it's sagaloo. That's some pre-made sagaloo that we made the other day that's being reheated through the oven this evening. The new power food, so tiramisu for dessert from Ian this evening. Amazing. How come no potatoes? Guy got there before you. But the potatoes tonight are sagaloo. We've already done them. We actually made a massive batch of sagaloo the other day when we made some butter chicken in the midweek, and then we actually foiled them so they were in the fridge ready to go. So they were in before we went live. So they'll be ready shortly alongside everything else. So we're having sagaloo, corn on the cob. I've listed some red peppers with some wilted spinach that's in the oven. There's some garlic mushrooms in there as well. And what else did I put in? Forgotten now. There's another thing, carrots and green beans, some honey roasted carrots and green beans that we've just popped in the oven just before you came in, guys. So there is in the oven a whole lot of stuff going on down there. Really quite a busy oven this evening. So let's go and see if Facebook's going to play ball today and allow me to do this or not. No, apparently or not. So I want to encourage you, go and take part in communities, whether that's a Twitter hour where people are coming together talking about a certain area or a certain topic. Go and create your own if there aren't ones for your industry or for your area, and get people coming together. Community makes people feel like they belong. It's the ecosystem of where people like to spend time, where they like to hang out. Mum's got a lot of people who are interested down on the Isle of Wight and interested in the things that she's doing in the local community there, in her Go Live Granny community. Sally's building this community of women who want to be so good they can't be ignored. So amazing to see that launching today. I know she's opened the doors today and she's officially launching on Monday with some content there because we were having a chat earlier on today. So amazing. If you haven't got a community, are you part of a community? What's your favorite community to be a part of on social media and digital media? Because it's really important that you focus your time, effort, and energy in either running a community or being part of the communities that matter to you and that make a difference to your business. We're trying to do it for business. We're trying to help you move in the right direction. So if you're spending time in places that don't serve you, you can take time out and move away from them. The choices of the things you don't do also impact the choices of the things that you can do. So everything you say yes to is no to something else, and everything you say no to leaves you open to say yes to new opportunities. Looks like Guy's done the washing up, Ian, so you don't need to worry about it. Spot on, exactly what Sally's just said there. So amazing. So Richard's saying he's got a Facebook group there. So when you create a community, you need to have a clear vision of what it's about. You can only get people on board with joining a community when they understand what it's about. For us, it's free social media training for business global. That's what we do. We've created a nice, easy way for people to join, which I'm going to drop down below. Check it's spelt right. So with ours, you can go straight to the web address that I've just dropped down there in the comments, which is itsnomad9.com. Oh, I didn't spell it right. Let's try that again, shall we? Try again. So the second link there, the one without the HTTPS on, is the correct link. So it's nomad9.com/free social help. That'll take you straight across to our Facebook group, completely free, all about keeping you up to date with what is changing on social media. So what changes are happening, what they mean to you, and how you can leverage them to make the best of those changes that are happening on social media. It's completely free. We'll never sell to you in there. It's never, it's not like a lot of people create a Facebook group, they start free, and then they want to monetize it as quickly as possible because they've put a lot of time, effort, and energy in. We're strong believers in the trust equity principle that is about building trust with people. It's about helping people, and when the time is right, people will choose to do business with you. We specialize in social selling, the art of getting people to come towards you, attraction marketing, and to come to you and ask for the things that you do. How can you help them more? I know I've had a great chat with Sally today, and she's very much aligned with that kind of thought process, that principle, and helping people to work together, creating some real magic for the female entrepreneur community. You'll see in the header of that group, if you do decide to go and join it or to recommend anyone to it, it'll tell you what it's all about. There's a little bit of text on that will show you what it is all about. So Richard is helping do disabilities and autistic champions around the world, all about empowering and helping people just like yourself. So if you struggle with something, one of the ways, A, to cope with it yourself, and B, to empower and help other people, is to share about it. One of the big things that is a hot topic, especially with lots of people working from home where they haven't been before, and things like that, is mental health. Like, there's so many people now championing mental health, but it is a big issue that people need to address, because there are so many people who are quietly struggling with things like mental health as well. So where there's a place for you to be able to give and to help and to support other people, I'm going to encourage you, please, please, please do get involved. So any communities that are there and available for you to go and to help, I want you to get involved. If you've got time, your time is your most valuable asset. You don't need to financially give to organizations. You can give your time. Maybe you're more financially abundant than you are rich with time, in which case then look at doing it the other way. Maybe you can give your finance to allow them to have more support within their community. So what can you do to help other people? I know that Monthly Tea Club, who I just picked my t-shirt for this month, and it's incredible. Can't wait for it to arrive middle of next month. But they do a thing called a tea for a tea. So every time you buy a t-shirt subscription, they give one to someone who needs one. So it's a really good way to give back, and it's that whole community engagement, everybody being involved and giving back. A massive shout out to Dan Maybe and the team over at Big Orange Heart, which used to be WP and Up, moving from the WordPress only space to people who are remote working or working from home, doing a fantastic job of supporting people around their mental health, making sure that they've got the support that they need when they need it, doing an amazing job. Obviously, it costs a lot of money to provide all of that support and the resources and all the technology that runs all of those support services. So they are a charitable organization that we do from time to time try try to support them by doing fundraisers and to draw attention to them so that people can go and support them. A really, really worthy cause. The guys work so hard behind the scenes, and people like myself who work in the remote working community also donate our time. Most valuable asset, we give some time, because sometimes just that human to human connection is what someone needs when they're struggling. We want to help those people as well. So super, super important. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Ian did bang on. I don't know if he knew that where I was going with this, but Big Orange Heart is the organization that I was talking about. So amazing too. What was the group called? So the group, Ian, just clarify if that's our group and community that we're talking about, or Sally's, or the organization I've just talked about. So the mental health one is called Big Orange Heart. Sally's is the business of being so good they can't ignore you, but it's the circle. So if you want to find it, the link is down in the chat. Sally's dropped it down in there a minute ago. You can go and find it. In fact, the easiest way to find it is go to Alchemize, facebook.com/Alchemize me. And then there's a group attached to that page, which is the group that we're talking about. So really quick and easy way to find it. Go to the page, give the page a like and support it. It's all brand new. And then go and look at the group. And if there's anyone you know, a woman in business, an entrepreneur, maybe someone who's a female who maybe wants to get into business, get her to know about that community so that they can jump over and be a part of something. The power comes in community. When people come together, amazing things happen. And I know Sally's got a heart of gold for helping female entrepreneurs, and she's super, super excited to be supporting and helping lots of women in business over the coming months. I know that over the next 90 days, she's got some amazing stuff planned to help them with their brand. So that's their personal brand, their business brand, their color, their website, their digital marketing, even helping people with the mental blocks that they face. So there's just the, let's quickly, I'm going to flick the other camera back on. Let's pop the food camera back on really, really quickly. So we've got the red peppers and spinach there, where I'm going to serve a really small bit of that up. I'm pretty sure that that's just going to be my plate today, though. So I'm going to leave that one just to me. And then we're going to go for some of the carrots and green beans that we've got in the oven as well. Honey coated there. So we can give those a really quick stir through. I'm actually going to flick that oven off. Sagaloo should be nice and finished now. So I'm just going to quickly, stuck with the mic playing up with me. Every time I bend down to the oven, apparently, is when it causes me an issue. So I'm going to quickly get this dished up. Let's get some of that. Let's get a little bit of that on there and on there. And on there. A bit on there. Grab the sagaloo out. So those who didn't believe that we'd got sagaloo in the oven, there's some pre-made sagaloo that we did the other day. So there's some, just quickly flick over. Let's go over to the food cam only whilst we do this. So I'm just going to quickly dish all that up. We've got some garlic mushrooms in there, ready to go. Let's dish those up. Let's do that. Pop the foil back over that one. Again, the fun bit, always opening a hot tray from in the oven. So really, really quickly there. So what we did the other day was we made some sagaloo and had it to the minimum amount it could be cooked. And then we just trade up some more because it makes for a great quick snack in the middle of the day. We can just pop it in the oven if we've got a really busy day. And then we can just quickly reheat that and get it on the go, ready for a quick meal or a snack in the middle of the day as well. So the potato choice, as always, there's a potato choice. The potato choice tonight is sagaloo. Oh, that one's a little bit more bashed than the last one. There's quite a lot of sagaloo tonight as well. And then we've also got corn on the cob. Let's pop that one back on there. We've also got corn on the cob tonight as well as a side there, ready to go. So what did everybody else have for dinner, or is having for dinner this evening? Let me know down in the comments really quickly. Let me know what you had or are having for dinner this evening, just whilst I battle with this last sagaloo container. Let's really quickly do this. There we go. Some of the potato trying to get out on the lid. Always fun. Sagaloo quickly serve the last bit up on there. It's probably about right. Pop that over there. And then, much to the amusement of many people, the old corn on the cobs, we have little Mexicorns, they're little boots and hats that we serve those up with, just like corn, the corn forks that some people just have standard plain ones. We actually have Mexicorns, so they look like little Mexicans when you put the little hats on and the boots. Let's quickly pop that up there. And do that. And then, as always, with dinner and digital marketing, I'm going to quickly butter the corn. So there's a couple more minutes. If you've got any quick questions around digital marketing, you want to know anything specific, or there's anything you wanted to add or talk about to do with communities, please do feel free to ask it or comment down below. But as always, with dinner and digital marketing, once the food is dished up, it is time for us to jump off. We always aim for about 30 to 45 minutes. This one, we're just coming in at just over 35 minutes. So good sort of timing, just an opportunity for us to hang out, chat, and remember that we are trying to put up an event page, and we are on Facebook and YouTube for these broadcasts, Tuesday and Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Stick in the calendar, do a search quickly via the hashtag, and you should find it. But you can go and check out the event page, and we do post it there. And I always try to post it about an hour before onto my profile. So if you ever struggle, you can go to my profile to find that as well. So quick bit of butter on there for the corn. Let's bring this over so that you guys can see what we've got all dished up. Nice veggie dinner tonight, lots of leftover bits. So some red peppers and spinach. We've got sagaloo, garlic mushrooms. We've got corn on the cob there that I've just added the butter to, and then some carrots, green beans, all served up with a little bit of honey that has been coated as it's gone in the oven. So tonight, that's it for dinner and digital marketing. All I want to say is make the most of communities. Go and join communities, add value in communities, have conversations, be a good person in other people's communities. If you feel like the inclination for it, do take yourself and go and set up your own communities. If there isn't one, I know my mum set up a networking because she could never find something that was right for her. So she went and set one up and attracted her own audience and brought those people towards her. So attraction marketing at its very best, building trust, helping people, and using social media for social good. Please do go connect with Sally, connect with my mum, connect with all the people who are running great communities, and go and support them. Even if it's not right for you, maybe there's someone you know who could benefit from being in that community. So go out there and share those links, share those communities, invite people in, and thank you so much for being here for another Dinner and Digital Marketing. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you spending some of your most valuable asset of time with us for Dinner and Digital Marketing. It's amazing to have you here. I hope you got some value from it. If you did, please do let us know, drop us a message, comment below, and always share these broadcasts with someone else. It's not just about us helping you. We want to help even more people. I selfishly want to help everyone. So if you hit that share button, if you tag a friend below, let them know why they need to see this broadcast. You help us and we get to help them. Thank you so much for spending time with us again this evening. Remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout August, 8 p.m. UK time, and breakfast and business if you want even more or you want something at a different time, 8 a.m. Monday through Saturday. at 8 a.m. UK time, British summer time. Tune in. It's about half an hour, breakfast and business. Let's get you moving. This week was all about money. Can't wait to help you make more of it and make better use of it. Take care, guys. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you for another Dinner and Digital Marketing Tuesday or Thursdays throughout August, or Breakfast and Business Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Take care, and I will catch you all again very soon.